Hi everyone and welcome back to JRP Tea Time, and today I'm not actually drinking tea because it's just been one of those weeks, or it's been a rough couple of weeks, so I'm actually drinking red wine. It is quite delicious. It is a Scarborough Pinot Noir and that is all I know about it, but delicious. So today we're going to be talking about the Xbox One X, which is, I don't talk a lot of Microsoft on this channel apart from to crap on it, mainly because, I mean, they just don't care about the demographic of me and you guys that watch my videos. They don't care about JRPG fans or Japanese games at all, really. It's just not their audience. You know, they're more sport and Forza and shooters, and that's pretty much their core demographic. But that doesn't stop me wanting to like Microsoft. They used to make some really good RPGs, some really good JRPGs. There are still a bunch that are Xbox 360 exclusive that have never made it over to backwards compatibility, which makes me really angry, and I have made 2 videos about already. What I want to talk about is the Xbox One X and why it's just wrong. And not for the reasons that many would say, you know, because it's a premium product and why do we need to have a mid-generation refresh and all this kind of stuff. It's not that. It seems like a really small thing, but it has just massive repercussions. Okay, so this is a premium product. It's aimed at a certain demographic of people who just want the best. It is not for the everyday person. They don't expect every single person that goes out to buy an Xbox One is going to buy an Xbox One X. And if they did expect that, they're crazy, because you don't get anywhere with such a high cost console. That's the biggest problem. You look at where the PS3 was on launch because of that high cost. Doesn't matter what kind of technology is in it, consumers don't want to pay that much for a console. We already know that the PS4 Pro sells nowhere near as much as the PS4 Slim. So this is a premium product, and what they've done here is price it high, so it can only be, you know, it's only going to be bought by a couple of people. But they've made it smaller than the Xbox One S. They said they listened to the fans, you know, who wanted something smaller. No, we wanted something that was smaller than the Xbox One, the original Xbox One, because that was just ridiculously oversized. And it was also needlessly oversized because there was just empty space in it. You go and watch any teardown video of a normal Xbox One, the hard drive had to be put on like plastic stilts just so it was at a decent place inside the chassis. So all we wanted was something a little bit smaller than that, and you gave us that. It was called the Xbox One S. Now, when we talk about a super powerful premium product on top of that, what most consumers will expect is that it's a little bit bigger than their low-cost option, because it needs more power, it just needs more cooling. But what Xbox have done here is needlessly over-engineer the Xbox One X to be smaller than the Xbox One Slim, the Xbox One S. The Xbox One S, the S stands for slim. It's supposed to be smaller. That's supposed to be their small, low power option. But now what it looks like to consumers is that it's Xbox One X or nothing. Like, now it looks as if Microsoft sell one amazing product and one shit product. With Sony, the PlayStation 4 Pro is just it just seems like a little bit better. Like, it's a little bit bigger, it's got a little bit more power, but the PlayStation 4 Slim is still a perfectly viable option. Now to new consumers, it doesn't look like the Xbox One S is a viable option because it doesn't do anything. It's not better in any way than the Xbox One X. It's bigger than the Xbox One X. And just because the Xbox One X is smaller than the Xbox One S, I just feel like it's a huge marketing problem. Because how do you sell the normal slim console now? I did have the thought in my mind that maybe that's what Microsoft is going for. Maybe they're trying to force people to buy the Xbox One X because they want that to be their main product. The problem is, you can't have a main product that's so much more expensive than the competition. I mean, the PlayStation 3 had to significantly lower its costs over iterations just to even get close to catching up to the Xbox 360 in that generation. And Xbox right now are way behind. It's not time to be trying to catch up with a premium price console, not at this stage of the game. So now it's going to be really hard to move Xbox One S's, which should be their main focus. And not only that, let's think about the premium pricing of the console and why it's premium priced. They say that they're going to lose money on everyone they sell, but what if they kept the same loss margin? So say they're losing $50 on every console they sell. So it actually costs, $650 to make or whatever. What if they didn't pointlessly over-engineer it so that it needed to be smaller and so that it required some sort of hybrid water cooling system to keep it cool? What if they didn't put that stuff in? How much cheaper could they have made it? If they just made it slightly bigger and kept it on air cooling just like every other console, how much cheaper could they have made it if they kept the same loss margin? That's what I'm thinking of. If they want it to be their main product, which it kind of seems like they do, why wouldn't they try and do every cost-saving measure possible so they could sell it at a reasonable price that consumers will want to buy it at? I mean, the reason that this sort of affects me is that I feel like we're not going to get, good RPGs and good JRPGs on the Xbox platform anymore unless they get a bigger install base. There needs to be a reason for Japanese developers to develop games for the Xbox. And it's not going to happen if they can't shift more consoles. And this is not going to help it. If anything, I feel like it's going to hurt it. Because now it's a hard sell to sell an Xbox One S to somebody, and the Xbox One X is just too expensive. And I've worked at both of Australia's largest games retailers, that is EB Games and JB Hi-Fi, and let me tell you, those expensive consoles do not sell well. They really don't. There are a very particular set of people that buy those consoles, and it is not a large group. So what do you guys think? Would it have really affected anybody if it was slightly bigger than the Xbox One S? The Xbox One S does stand for slim after all. You would expect it to be smaller than the much more powerful console. But this is not the case, and I feel like it's a massive, massive mistake. But what do you guys think? And for the first time ever, I don't think I've ever asked you guys this before, but what would you like me to talk about in JRPT time going forward? I have a bunch more ideas, I have a bunch of stuff to talk about for weeks and weeks on end, but I thought I would open it up. If you guys have a particular subject or something that you have strong feelings about, let me know down in the comment section, and possibly it might be next week's JRPT time subject. Other than that, guys, hit that like button, subscribe, follow me on social media, all that good stuff. Check out my Patreon and Amazon links in the video description to help support my channel. It means the world to me, guys. And other than that, I'll see you all soon.